stream, let's get it. Neon on the mic, yeah. Neon stepping in, yeah. Session wide awake. Night shift laid the ground. Matt set the play. Now it's midday money. Structure on the screen. Neon seeds acting holy, price moving clean. No FOMO type in the channel mode. We learned that lesson back in 24. Half gap buys when the market dips. DD bands bounce and we let it rip. Bulls on flashing like a warning light. If it's not a line, we let it slide. Patience, heavy discipline, sharp. Room full of killers, but we play it small. When the clock strikes noon, liquidity rising, feel that boom. Calm hands on the play, red to green, we pivot that way. The room shows up. Yeah. The room shows up. Yeah. Yeah. Volume builder, feel that shift. Market makers tryna midday drift. Fake break high, yeah, we seen that move. Liquidity pocket, we approve. Whoosh fan blowing when the entry's tight. Stops place clean, risk held right. Not gambling candles, we stacking skill. Consistency over chasing thrill. Chat moving steady, no chaos here. Green heart emojis when setup's clear. If we win together, we lose composed. Trust the system, the blueprints close. Yeah, yeah. The room shows up. Yeah. The room shows up. When the clock strikes noon. The room liquidity rising, feel that boom. The room shows up. The room shows up. Calm hands on the play, red and green, we pivot that way. The room shows up. The room shows up. The room shows up. The room shows up. Silence when the setup phones. Heartbeat with the market stones. One clean entry, breathe.
What's up, fam?
Pressure, but the room shows
The
up.
room shows up, baby. What's good in the hood? What's my camera doing? Zoom in, zoom out. What's up, fam? What's good? What's good? The room shows up.
Hands on the play, red to green, we pivot that way. The room
Thank you for being here. Let me pop out my chat. Let me see what's going on with the fam. Pop out chat. Let me put it on live chat, not top chat. I want to see all the scoundrels in chat. What's up, people? McDonald, what the heck? ID 16. Ricardo. Martin K, relax vibes. Rod trades. Hold on, let me get the music started. What's good? Music. All right. Adventure Rigs, Adam Dad's Mutant 8, Anwa, Volume Edge, NQ Volume Edge, Sushi, TT Trading, Meager. That was great. Love the intro. Meager, thank you. We appreciate that. Sir Darb, aka Brad, aka Sir Darb, host of the night shift, created it. Moke Shop, Milky, Mike, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. Hawk is in chat. You gotta have at least 3 seconds between his first and last name. Struggle, 012, what's up, G? Global Summary. The song was made with Suno by Darb, and the music video was made by me with VidMuse, I think it's called. What was the last name again? Milky. Milky's trying to get me in trouble. What's going on? What a session. Like, honestly, crazy. Not unexpected, okay? I think it was Thursday or Friday last week when we started to have some real sharp responses at levels. Let me scroll back. You could see that same level from yesterday held again. Let me go to a 15,000 tick just so you could see that level. Because I've been flying blind. Not blind, but you know, I like to have Rocket Scooter and Seeds levels line up. Right now, I've only got Seeds levels. There's no, I haven't had any Rocket Scooter levels in this region for the last 2 sessions. But you could see this zone. This is the same zone from yesterday. It didn't move. It did not move. Why does it keep zooming it in? It didn't move. It's in the same exact place as yesterday. I refreshed it after the close yesterday. That level did not move. This level's been defended. I really thought it was gonna break today. I did not trade this zone. I traded the upper zone. I didn't trade this zone because we started to rotate down there. I thought it was gonna break. It looked pretty weak down there this morning. I was surprised when we all of a sudden squeezed. But then we made it to an upper level, and then I took the long at the upper level. The struggle continues with the trade copier. Okay, you look at the P&L. The accounts got out of sync. The two bottom accounts, I exited a trade, and the two bottom accounts went short, and then I had to flatten them manually. It's freaking nightmare. And for those of you who are like, well, just don't copy trade. The way I trade, like I tried pressing the buttons across all the accounts. It just didn't work for me. So I'm gonna figure out this copy trade thing. It's an ongoing project. It's an ongoing project. But this morning really got me. When those two bottom accounts went short when I was trying to flatten along, I was, it was the whole. Actually, I wasn't even trying to flatten. I was trimming. The whole thing. It's whatever. Growing pains. Growing pains with the props. I'll get there. Okay, let's see what else we got. Someone said that's killer quality. The intro, yeah, it's a banger. Allison, Adleson, Adelson said, "What a beautiful day." Mike Maynor, like, what is this? We get good news, market goes up. We get bad news, market goes up. We get bad economic data, market goes up. Milk Malnar. I don't know if you're new here. I don't check the news. I only check the chart. I do pay attention to the news when there's a timed news event, because I know there's going to be some sort of possible catalyst on the chart, but I do not pay attention to the actual news output. I don't care. There's too much manipulation. Too many people front run the news because they're cheaters and maybe they have the news before it's actually out. To me, there's no edge in the news for me. So I have no idea. I have no idea what's going on with the war. We could be in the middle of, I don't pay attention to it. I have no idea. Economic data, I got no idea what's going on. The chart has everything we need. I need. That's just my philosophy. I started that many, many years ago. Probably 10 years ago. Because I used to try to interpret the news. I can't do it. I can't do it. Let's see. Okay, so let's just real quick. Okay, before I talk about why I traded the upper zone, because my first entry was risky, my second entry was safe. My first entry was as it broke through the zone. My second entry was as it retested the zone. The one breaking through the zone, kind of a dangerous entry unless you're decent at reading the tape. I'm curious, this morning around 10 a.m. No, what time was it? This morning around 10:30 a.m. when we were getting close to pre-market low. And I'm just using pre-market low as a reference because I could see left on the chart that it's there. But I wasn't like thinking that in my head. I was just thinking we're coming into this zone. But when we started rotating down at the low of day, I'm curious, what was everyone's thoughts? Because it was a beautiful level. It's a beautiful seeds level. And I did not take the long because I was like, I just didn't trust it. And obviously we launched off the level. But I didn't touch that thing long. I was just waiting. I was waiting thinking, I don't know. I thought we were going to get to a lower level where I would take a long, not a higher level. So I'm curious, who thought when we were at the low of day, we were looking weak and heavy? Cause I did. I was wrong. So, I mean, I missed that long. But one less reach bought 24,970 per AI. You were chilling, trying to wait and find a short. Okay. I wasn't looking for anything short. DD ratio was really strong. We were in a bull zone. Hedge pressure, everything. I wasn't looking for any. I was only looking for longs. I just thought we would get lower before I would get an entry. You thought you were breaking lows today? Volume edge. Watch Matt go on a roller coaster. What was Matt's? Was he short bias or long bias today? Well, I'm guessing if it was a roller coaster, probably both. Short. Oh, you had a red day? Well, that happens. He's been on a streak, so. So what was the roller coaster? I mean, that's not really. It just sounds like it's one trade. But anyways, okay. So we got some people short bias, some people long bias. Michael said the market to the upside is exhausted. You wouldn't take a long, especially after a 3% gap up in the aftermarket. No chance all day you were just scalping shorts. Yeah, I don't know. The technicals were strong. The technicals were strong. And honestly, even last week when the technicals were weak, the bounces on the way down were still really squeezy. So that's why I haven't shorted in the last couple of weeks. Let's see. Oh, okay, so you're just saying it was a roller coaster because it was a 70K trade? I mean, that's pretty normal for that account. That's not like... I would think more in terms of risk units. If you're new here... if you're new here, one of the things I always talk about is when you're looking at your own P&L or someone else's P&L, don't think about the dollars. Think about the risk units. What I mean by that is like, like if someone's up 100K on the day, that doesn't mean that they had a good day. If someone's down 100K on the day, that doesn't mean that they had a bad day. If someone risks $10,000 per trade and they're down 100K on the day, they had a rough day. If someone risks 10,000 on a trade and they're up 100K, they had a great day. If someone risks $2.5 million on a trade and they're up 100K, they're basically flat. So always think about someone's risk unit size. Think about someone's risk unit size. That's important, I think. And it also helps mentally as you scale your trading. When you start out trading, you're risking $200-300 a trade, $50 a trade. But when you get later into your career and you're, making larger bets, if you still think of risk units and not the dollars, it'll help you. Uh-oh, have we got some scrappy back and forth going on in chat? Guys, be nice to each other. Be nice to each other. We're all a family. Come on. I don't know. I just caught the tail end of it. Milky said great insight there. Yeah, I learned that at the start of my career, I had hooked up with an ex hedge fund trader, and he gave me that advice. And I always thought about that from the start of my career. So I don't really think about the dollars. I don't really think about the dollars. And you'll notice, like, sometimes people in chat will I'll talk about, like, how their day is going. They'll be like, I'm up 15K or whatever. I'll be like, that's sweet. How much are you risking per trade? Because it's always the next question, right? Because it doesn't really mean anything unless you know the risk unit size. Rogue of the Lamb said families fight. Families do fight. And we're a family. So you guys get scrappy in chat if you need to. You guys get scrappy in chat if you need to. Is the chart scrolled over? The chart is scrolled over. Okay, so let me just should we do a giveaway? Let's do a giveaway and then I'll kind of go over the zone that I traded. Let's give away a boot camp. We still have 10 boot camps left to give away. This is still carryover from last week. Giveaway schedule. Oh, and we've got 250K accounts to give away today. Nice. Hood up for that one. Dose 50K accounts. All right, hood back down. 10 boot camps to give away. So let's give away some of those. Mike, 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000. Hawks in chat. What's up, Mike? Let's see. I just had a bowl of soup. I'm feeling good. I just had a bowl of soup. Okay. What was I gonna do? Oh, let me fire up the giveaway engine. Milky said Mike who? Milky said Mike who? Guys, don't type boot camp yet. Let's just get the giveaway engine fired up. I gotta find the URL for the stream first. Day trading with Matt. The giveaway engine needs the URL for the show. Reset tool. Reset that toolbar. All right. Live stream link, filter messages. All right. Rogue of the Lamb said, what kind of soup? It was chicken and wild rice. I like to have homemade soup, but I'm not going to lie. This was Progresso. It was Progresso. It was Progresso chicken and wild rice. And then I put in, I put some extra water in the pot and then I put some bouillon in there just to, you know, kind of add some body to it, additional body and additional volume. Okay. Okay. Any suggestions? Any suggestions on the any suggestions on the code word for the boot camp? Adam, I can't use that. I don't think YouTube will allow it. SR20 DET, getting squirrely. Wild rice. Boot camp. Let's do wild boot camp. Wild boot camp. Wild boot camp. Chat's going wild today. And also something that happened is the soup kind of boiled over a little bit. It boiled over a little bit. I got up there just in time. Wild boot camp. All one word. All one word. One word. One word. One word. Too much volume, mate? Data, yeah, there was 2 trades today. I haven't gone over them yet. Let me just pull up what the execution map looks like. They were at this zone. They were at the upper zone. I didn't call me a wimp, but I did not trade the lower zone. I don't know. It was rotating there. I thought we were gonna crack through it. I thought the zone was Dunsky. It felt like the zone was Dunsky. So the trades were up here. The trades were breaking through this zone and the retest of this zone. And the mayhem issues with the trade copier continued. The accounts are out of sync. 2 of the accounts went short in the middle of the trade. This freaking trash. You know what? I'm probably gonna maybe I should write my own trade copier, one that doesn't suck. But it'll probably take a few hundred hours. So I don't know. I don't think. It'll probably take 3 hours a day for like, I don't know. How long did it take to write my executor? Let me see. I worked on it for 8 months, pretty much 6 days a week. Nah, pretty much 7 days a week. I was probably logging like 4 or 5 hours a day. Let's see. 5 times 7 times 4 times 8. Oh, only 1,000. Maybe 1,000, 1,200 hours. That's not bad. It was worth it though. Okay, let's see. Harvey for show said TradeSyncer gets good reviews. What's it you're using? I'm using Replicanto. I have a little bit of a unique case with why I'm having an issue with it though. So I wouldn't say that it's bad. I would just say it just doesn't work for something that I do with my executions. Let's see what else we got. Rogue of the Lamb accidentally entered for the boot camp giveaway. Well, if you win, we'll just respin. Okay. Let's see what we got. Guys, hit the like button. We have 2 prop account giveaways today. Okay, let's do this. Wow, boot camp. Brave giveaway, right click properties, Brave browser, doc. Brave browser, okay. All right, here we go. Wait, did someone do something bad? Did someone do something bad? I don't know. I'm not banning anyone right now. I don't think I've ever banned anyone. All right, here we go. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Wait, wait, does Darb really ban people if they enter for a giveaway by accident? No way. Does he really do that? No. Does he put him in timeout? Does he put them in timeout? Forever? No. All right, Rogue, you're banned, brother. Click. Nah, no way. Rogue's a regular. All right. It's time for the giveaway. If you're new here, we start our giveaway countdowns at 7. Okay, we don't start them at 10. We don't start them at 5. We start them at 7 because why not? So here we go. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pick a winner. 1 milli-mil. That's a lot. 1 milli-mil. Where you at? 1 milli-mil? 1 milli-mil. Type something in chat. 1 milli-mil. Type something in chat. 1 milli-mil. Congratulations. Use a winner. Click the link in the description for the Discord. Go to the contest channel in said Discord. Within said Discord's contest channel, message the admin name Slacks. Send said admin in said Discord, reach through said link, a screenshot of your YouTube ID, and he'll hook you up. In other words, go to Discord, go to the contest channel, message Slacks with a screenshot of your YouTube ID. He'll hook you up. My dog. Zil from Finland. What up, G? Chuck Torius is getting squirrely in chat. Guys, he didn't get enough sleep, okay? Rogue of the Lamb is a regular. Rogue, it's all good, brother. And he admitted to it. There's something to be said for that. All right, we got 9 boot camps left. 9 BC. We're down to 9 BC. I wonder what happened in that year. 9 BC. 9 BC. That's how many boot camps we got left, and that is also a year in the history of our current calendar system. Not sure what happened that year. Okay. So let's go back to... Oh, someone asked what was my thoughts going into the session. Okay, so let's first mark out where the open was. Let's draw a little box. Okay. I'll tell you what my thoughts were going into the open, because I did have some thoughts. I haven't been doing stuff on the Twitter because every time I log into Twitter, it shows me like weird stuff. It shows me weird stuff, and then the trading stuff, a lot of the trading stuff on there, it just upsets me because there's a lot of, I don't know. There's just a lot of, I don't know. It's kind of the Wild West on that website, and so I don't know. I haven't been going on there. But anyway, let me just send the, let me just draw a picture around the box around the open. All right, so we open up here, right? Trade with the Hella. Looks like your name is. We still got more giveaways. We still have more giveaways. Okay, we open right about there on the chart. So I did have thoughts. I did have you feel bad for not saying something in chat this morning and letting it just fly. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Okay, so that's the open around there. So yes, I did have thoughts going into the session. So basically, if you see the zone, the seed zone below the open, that zone, it didn't move when I updated, when I refreshed the algo. It didn't move at all. So I was like, I don't know. That level had already been hit several times, and it had been hit overnight. And then when we got down there, we didn't have... Oh, okay, so first of all, going into the session. So we're opening in the middle of a stable block. And I'm thinking, all right, let me see what we get on Rocket Scooter. And I'm thinking, hopefully, because we traded in this area yesterday, we'll get some Rocket Scooter zones. And, you know, we opened in the middle of a stable block on seeds. We had a zone above and a zone below. I don't think that zone was there yesterday, the zone above. And we had a zone below. So we're open in the middle of a stable block. So the Rocket Scooter levels come up, and I'm like, okay, we're sitting in the middle of a giant bull zone. So there's no pivots that I could trade off with Rocket Scooter. So it's kind of like yesterday. I'm like, okay, I don't have anything for extra confluence. Reason to Reach said you knew it was going to go up from 24,970. You knew? You mean like you thought? You thought. I mean, if you knew, that would be sick. If you knew, that would be sick. Did you know? Are you a cheater? It was clear as day. I mean, I don't know. I never The maximum confidence I ever have on a setup is 70%, 71, 72%. I don't know. If anyone's more confident than that, then you guys are just boss. You guys are just bosses, because I've never been more than 70% confident in any setup in my life. Okay, so, but if if you knew, then that's sick. Okay, so here's the deal. We open in the middle of this stable block, and then I see the rocket scooter levels come up. We're in the middle of a big bull zone. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, we got the same level below that we had yesterday. It responded yesterday. Let's scroll back to yesterday's action. Okay, I only had one. I only traded one sequence yesterday, and it was when we came. Oh, let me scroll back forward. It was when we came into that zone, right? And we moved out of it. In the afternoon, we came into the zone. It was on stream. I didn't trade the sequence out of the zone in the afternoon because we were just rotating in there, and I didn't see enough strength on the tape. It just didn't feel. It felt. I said yesterday on stream, I think it's gonna go up, but I gave a 60% confidence to it. I like to trade when I'm 65. I like to have mid-60s confidence for my trades. It's a mental scale. Anyways, so the same zone gets hit overnight. So we're pulling into this decision block throughout the morning. We do get down there, and I'm not opposed to trading it. It's a good level, but it's like it's been visited so many times, and it was similar to yesterday afternoon. I just wasn't seeing the strength that I wanted to see. And again, I was like honestly, to me, I felt yesterday afternoon, it felt like 60%. This morning, it felt like 60, maybe 55. Like I was I was surprised that it held. Anyways, we move out of that zone. And then I was like, okay, if we do get to this upper zone, my immediate thought is if we do get to the upper zone, I'll be excited to trade. Oh shoot, we're back in it right now. All right, let me just keep going. Let me keep going over this overview now. Did this just happen suddenly? 201. Oh yeah, it happened over the last 3 minutes. All right. Well, anyways, so I'm thinking I'll trade the retest if we get into the stable block that was overhead. The reason I traded through the zone is because the action was so squeezy. Like the trade through the zone is risky because technically this zone should be resistance, but just because like this should be a downward reaction at it, and there was a small one, but this zone, it's also an acceptable short entry, but the action was just so squeezy that I was like, I think this is a day to watch the tape as we move through the zone and possibly take a long as we move possibly into the stable block overhead. So that's what I did. I was very tight on the trade. I think it was like a 27 point trade. And I had a tight stop on it as well. Because it's more of like a continuation trade, so I'm not giving it a whole bunch of room to work itself. It's like it's either going to go or it's going to stall and I'm going to exit the trade. And then we had the vanilla entry. So the vanilla entry did come, right? You can see we pulled back into the zone from the top side, right? We claim this stable block. We claimed the stable block, right? This gray region. We claimed it, right? We transacted. At least I like to see 15, 20,000 contracts traded in a stable block before I really think like, okay, it's claimed. we claim the stable block. Each one of these bars represents 5,000. I'm on a 5,000 tick right now. So we traded, you know, 20, 30, 40, 50,000 contracts up here. And we come back into the zone, and that's when I hit it again. And then had some the trade copier. I was trimming. It moved 2 of the accounts into a short position, so it was a little bit of a faff. It wasn't clean, but whatever. Nonetheless, the zone held. The zone held, and then we got a nice reaction off of it. The actual ideal target for that move was this line here, right? The geometry of that trade. We went over like what geometry I draw on my charts around these zones. Target for the second, the deeper pivot is top of the zone. Target for the shallower pivot is usually somewhere in the stable block. But I scale out. Let's see what else we got here. Let me see. I'm just trying to catch up with chat here. Mara said, what are these zones? So the zones on Rocket Scooter, and usually there are more pivots. It's just because we're in a new area on the chart that we haven't been in a while, so the pivots are a little limited right now. But the pivots on Rocket Scooter are derived from options data. And ultimately what it does is it draws pivots at the beginning of the session primarily based on options data. And it's an algorithm that was written by Matt, aka Matosky, the inventor of the platform, that filters out dealer options and identifies hedging loops, and it uses that to identify dealer options. And then it has bull zones, bear zones, and each of which has a pivot. And then it has monthly hedge pressure and weekly hedge pressure, 2 pivots derived from gamma exposure of those dealer options. Weekly and monthly options. So that's that. And then on the right side, that's seeds. That's my algorithm. And that just draws the zones based on it. Throughout the day, it does like a micro analysis of, it's pretty much like resistance of movement of price based on the amount of volume that's transacting in that moment. So it's like what damping effect does volume have on price? And that's how it draws the zones. Trader Sean said, what is seeds? Is it an indicator on the NT8? I've written it. Yeah, I wrote it for NinjaTrader. It's written in C#. Let's see what else we got. Trader Sean said, is this for sale? It's not for sale. Not for sale. Milky said, ask Mike what seeds are. Y'all are wild. You guys are wild. You guys are wild. You guys are wild. Oh, I forgot to bring down the jar of the the barley coffee. I was going to show it. Great questions, guys. Great questions. You know I love interacting with chat. Our scoundrel family. We love it. We love it. 315 people in the house. Guys, smash that like button. Smash that like button. We've got more prop accounts to give away. We've got more boot camps to give away. If you like trading off of levels, Then Rocket Scooter's what you need. The boot camp goes over the whole strategy. Rotation in this zone looks a little heavy. Kind of coin flippy. Do I use EMAs? I do not use EMAs. I don't use EMAs. No. I'm not opposed to the 200. Like on a daily chart, I know some people like the 200 and the 50 simple moving average. To me, like, you know, because those are so watched by people, you know, maybe those are 2 moving averages, but I'm not really like I'm not into moving averages. It's not really my thing. Yeah, it's not really my thing. I feel like intra-session, like intraday moving averages, to me, yes, sometimes there's liquidity around them, but it's mainly retail trader liquidity. It's not really institutional players playing around those averages, in my opinion, right, wrong, or indifferent. So I trade levels. I trade levels that are derived from some sort of thesis that is around liquidity, because I believe in one thing in the market that is consistent, and that is liquidity. Liquidity. Mara said, you like the seed zone? Seems like you have a good one there. Almost always profitable. It's the zones are very good. You know, it took me, that's like my life's work. You know, I would consider that like the thing I'm most proud of that I've created. Yeah, like I worked really, I dedicated many years of my life to working on that. Like I put so many things on hold to work on that. I really did. I put a lot of my life into that. Let's see what else we got here. Oh my god, yo, you know, when I named it, you know, I never imagined I would be like streaming or anything, but I didn't know, like, people always joke around the fact that it's called seeds. Boosted dives. Oh god, you guys are wild. Boosted dives, I'm not even gonna repeat it. You guys are wild. Oh god. Oh, you guys are no, I'm not saying it. Yo, you guys are wild. Caught me off guard. Oh man, yo, you guys are wild. You guys are cracking me up. Oh my god, I gotta rename it, man. I gotta rename it now that it's out, now that people visually see what it's called. I gotta rename it. Would you guys be devastated if I renamed it? Would you guys be devastated if I renamed it? I'm sure you guys would find some way to still make it dirty. Yeah, I guess I didn't really think about that. Hugh Watch Me says, I mean, your show is called Cucumber and your algorithm is called Seeds. I get it. Yeah, chat is wild. All right, smash the like button in celebration. Look, my voice is cracking. In celebration of I don't know. In celebration of Thursday, let's give away. Is it Thursday? Yeah, it's Thursday. In celebration of Thursday. Ooh. Wait, tomorrow's April 10th? Wow. Okay. In celebration of today being Thursday, April 9th, let's give away another boot camp. When I was first one of my names for it was I forget the exact name, because like I was, when I was first creating it, like I had different names for it. There wasn't many. There was a couple. One was called Liquidity Finder. I think I called it Black Hat, something Black Hat at one point. But then I landed on Seeds, and I just kind of left it at that. Okay, let's do the boot camp. Give another boot camp giveaway. Scoundrels. Keith said I need to switch back to caffeine. I haven't done caffeine in over 18 months. My mental clarity's as good as it's gonna get. So it's not very good, but it's as good as it's gonna get. I get off on tangents, but that's just how I am. All right, boot camp. All right, type boot camp in chat if you're interested in a boot camp. Milky said no need for caffeine when you're in this chat. For reals. Let's see what other suggestions y'all had. Naruto said Seeds is great. No stems, no seeds. In celebration of the seeds, hit the like. Rockin' Peak said gonna suggest juice. That might be worse. Liquidity seeds? Liquidity seeds is cool, but then, why like one word? Chuck Torres, you got rid of sugar as well? I went through a little phase when I didn't have sugar, but not anymore. Milky 1245's getting wild. All right, we got 25 entries for this boot camp. We've got 9 boot camps to give away. We've been giving them away slowly but surely. We had a big donation from Rogue of the Lamb and David. Not sure if David's in chat. I know Rogue is in chat today. Milky said apologies for your behavior. Thank you for your behavior. Thank you for your behavior is all we have to say. It's all family. I mean, you were right on the line, but you didn't quite cross it. Let's see what we got here. Liquidity Finder was a cool name. It was more descriptive, but I don't know. Michael's asking, does anyone know what Matt's average was on his NQ position? You could probably go back to the stream and see. Okay. Boosted Dime, my dog. Jan's asking, how do you get the boot camp? Okay. So to get the boot camp, you can type boot camp in chat, and then you could possibly win one, or in the description of this video, of this stream, there's a link that you can go and you can buy it. It's rocket.place. You could sign up for the boot camp there. It's only $20. It's only $20 just to cover the, like the cost of basically delivery. it's a loss leader. It's not a profit. You know, it's basically free. Chuck Torrey said didn't retrace, so assuming still red. No, I don't have any open positions. I just had I had 2 trades today. Small green, medium green for these accounts. Yeah, so that's how you get the boot camp. There are 28 entries so far. It's 2:23. Guys, smash that like button. We got people clicking in. Seed zones came in clutch today for me. They came in clutch for me today. Didn't have today was a day where like there was only 2 places I could possibly trade off of. I thought that the 2 places were going to be, let me just move over. I thought that the 2 places were going to be this zone. It seemed like we were going to break it, and I thought we would be getting, and I was not excited. I thought we would be coming down here. I was not excited, and I was thinking this might be a no trade day. I'll tell you why. Because down here, this was a pretty narrow, this was a little bit more of a narrow stable block. And then the zones below it were like, to me, trading down here to the long side, to either side, would have just been messy. So to me, when we get, if we would have got down here today, unless I was short, you know, because this zone could easily, you could easily collapse through this quickly. Decision blocks are tend to be a little bit more volatile. But to me, there was really no, it was going to be difficult to trade down here. So when we did hold that lower level and we start to make it our way to the top level, when we were like back in the middle, I was thinking, man, I was still thinking it might be a no trade day, because this zone, to me, like if we got back down here, I don't know. I've been hesitant at this zone since yesterday morning. I've only traded this zone once. It has held every time. So, you know, hindsight's 20/20, but what can you do? But I was thinking that if we got back down here, it's going to be tough for me to take the trade. I've already skipped it yesterday afternoon and this morning. And I was thinking it was going to be difficult for us to get up here and really have the energy to get into this stable block overhead. But as we started squeezing, I was like, wow, this might actually happen. And then you could see, right, the two trades. So yeah, Seeds was kind to me last couple of days. I'm Liquidity's in the house. What's up, G? Vibe with Sue says, you're profitable without using anyone else's platform. That's awesome. I will say this. I was in the same boat as you last summer. I've been using Seeds for many years. I've refined it over the years, but I haven't made a change to Seeds since 2022. But that system, like, it's solid. It's got edge. You know, I've been doing fine. But last summer, I discovered Rocket Scooter. I tested it for 2 months. And after seeing the edge that the levels have, I added it to my game. And I can say that my accuracy has increased by several percentage points. Yeah, I didn't need it. But listen, if you've got 66, 67% accuracy, if you can all of a sudden have 70, 71% accuracy by adding something to the mix, hey, that's valuable. So that was the position I was in, and I added it to my game. And I do not add stuff to my game. I'm very protective over the way that I trade. Because even people ask me about ARB all the time, and I'm always like, if I add ARB to my game, it would be a big deal. It would be a big deal. I wouldn't just be like, yeah, I'm just gonna add it. That's not how I am. If I'm gonna add something to my workflow, you best believe, like, that's a big, that's like big for me. So that's why I haven't added it yet, right? I'm still waiting on that. Because I don't know, like, there is a limit of how much I can use and interpret, and you know, I don't want to get decision fatigue. Because like I'm like, think about it, I've got seeds and then I've got rocket scooter, and I'm kind of trying to find confluence between them. If someone's only trading rocket scooter then adding the arb, like that's, you know, maybe you're adding one more thing to the mix. But like I've already got 2 things in the mix. I don't necessarily need a third. Oh, I'm getting thirsty. DLT Trade says, can you download seeds? No, it's not publicly available. Okay. Let's see what else we got here. This week has been weird though, and you've been scalping more and more. Hey, that's, you know, some weeks are just like that. Some weeks are just like that. Rocket scooter emojis. The more stuff on your screen, the more money you make. It's a song. Oh, that's funny. Okay, let's do this giveaway. Guys, hit the like button. 324 people in the house. A headache just came on. I just got a headache. I wonder if it's I didn't eat as much this morning as I should have had a grapefruit before the stream. All right, here we go. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pick a winner. Mr. Monopoly? Is you in chat? Mr. Monopoly, is you in chat? Oh, sinuses have been bad lately? Where are the sinuses? I don't really know about all the body parts. Where's the sinus? I'm not that familiar with body parts. Like, I'm familiar with the greatest hits. Like, I know about like the foot, the hand, the eyes, the ears. I know all that stuff. The arms, the shoulders, the nose, the overall head, the overall like chest. I'm familiar with those kind of body parts. I don't know about all the special ones, just the greatest hits. You know, like I would say the most intricate, like some of the more detailed body parts I know about is like, you know, that's a nostril. I know stuff like that. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes, those kinds of things are what I'm most familiar with. The sinus, I don't know. It's probably, I know it's somewhere around here. Because people are like, oh, my sinuses, and then they like move their hands around their face, but I don't really know. I don't know all the body parts. Oh, Mr. Monopoly. Sorry, I got off on a tangent. Mr. Monopoly, congratulations. You's a winner. Hey, Mr. Monopoly, when you play Monopoly, which board piece do you play with? I personally, I play with the hat. When I was younger, I played with the car, but now I play with the hat. I'm curious, what is that? What does everyone play with when they play Monopoly? Which piece? And then second thing, congratulations on your win. Click the link in the description for the Discord. Go to the contest channel in said Discord. Message the admin name Slacks with a screenshot of your YouTube ID. He's gonna hook you up. Bear Den plays with the shoe. Teach like a DJ. What's up, brother? Plays with the dog. SR20 DET plays with the battleship. There's a ship? Oh, there's a lot of sinuses apparently. Yeah, I did the head, shoulders, knees, and toes song when I was in, I did the head, shoulders, knees, and toes song when I was in school. We did it in England. I think I was, because I think we moved here when I was 10 or 11. And by that time, like, I think I was past the head, shoulders, knees, and toes song phase. So I think I only rocked out to that song in England. Where am I trading? I'm in Vegas right now. I'm in Vegas. Stay here with me. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Well, it's not really head, shoulders, knees, and toes. It's not really a very British. Those words don't really have a very strong accent applied to them, so it's a bit hard to, I mean, I did say it, but it's not really, you know. Vegas is a good platform. Vegas is a good platform. What kind of platform? Vegas is a platform. What do you mean, mate? Vegas is a platform. I don't know what you're on about. Vegas is a good platform. Is it a platform? Platform for what? Platform for dirty business? Trade with Vela said other giveaways for show. We got other giveaways. We're giving away 2 prop accounts, and we're giving away. Let's do. Okay, hold on. We gave away 2 boot camps so far. Yeah. Okay, so we still got 8 boot camps left, and now we're down to 8 BC. We're down to 8 BC. Mac Dabrowski says it's a place you go for holiday. Yeah, I don't know. Vegas is actually beautiful. The Strip is like a different vibe, but Vegas itself, real solid. Real solid. Clean, nice, good weather, good variation, different kinds of people. People are very, diverse and all that stuff. It's not all one-sided opinions and all that stuff. Gringo Loco said, ha ha ha, did I say clean? Yeah, clean, except the Strip. The Strip, obviously, a lot of scoundrels on the Strip, but in the suburbs, yeah, dude, it's clean. It's clean. It's nice. I love it here. I chose here. I mean, I could live anywhere. I chose here. I moved here. I selected it. Well, I could live in any state that doesn't have state income tax. I would be open to living in. And I mean, I like it here. It's not humid. Where have I lived before? I've lived in England. I mean, technically India, England, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Washington State. I've lived in Whistler, British Columbia, and Vegas. I'm in Vegas now. Yeah, basically what happened with Vegas was I kind of moved here I was living in Whistler in British Columbia, and I was only living there for less than a year. And then I was coming to Vegas to go to a UFC event. And I was like, you know what? Let me just stay there a couple months. So I rented a house. I rented a house here for 2 months. That's not true. I rented a house here for 1 month. And then while I was here, the third week I was here, I extended it for another month. And then I just loved it. So I just ended up staying. And then you know, I went back to, for a while there, I had a place here and I had a place in Philadelphia. And then I was kind of living between both places, and then just started to spend less and less time in Philly, and then just made the full transition to being here. Although I will say I'm thinking about getting a place in Philly again. Not to move to, but just to, like, it's nice to have a landing spot there. I like it there. You know, and it's different, like, because it's different when I visit there, because, like, I don't have a desk set up there. Whereas when I have my own place there, I had the same exact desk set up here in Vegas and in Philly, like same desk, same configuration and everything. So when I got there, I could kind of just, I was comfortable right away. You know, because I like my stuff where it is, and I don't like to I don't like to have to adjust. Like, even at my parents' house, I have the same exact setup. So when I visit there, you know, I'm comfortable. Look at his zone holding again. Sudden surprise. Jeez. Every time, honestly, these zones have been surprising me the last week or so. Even when they look like they were about to roll over, they just don't. Tony Doji said, "Did we not say this is a hold zone?" Yes, but I've already traded it twice today. And I don't know. Yes, Tony, you're right. You're right, Tony. Mac Dabrowski said, "Do I keep my VIX chart open to see how to enter position?" I don't. I should. But I usually can garner what's going on with liquidity because of price and buying velocity. Like I do look at VIX and where it is in relation to triple B, but I don't always have it up. I don't always have it up. I don't always have it up. But if I didn't have price velocity and volume velocity, 100% I would need it up. Um, 325 people in the house, guys. Hit the like button. Let's see, 19 minutes to power hour. 163 likes. Not at 200, guys. Let's juice that up. Let's juice that up. And subscribe if you're not subscribed. We got 3 shows a day. Chuck Torrey says he's going to go get snacks. Don't move the market. Remington said, "You don't understand. Nothing but bad news has come out and we still rally." I mean, the market's not necessarily... Like, the news might get reflected later, you know? The number one mover is the liquidity conditions. Unless there's, like, some significant catalyst to drive. But even then, market's still got to work its way through liquidity. Liquidity will obviously move with news, but I can't read the news. Hugh Watch Me's asking, when are the levels on seeds calculated? At the end of the session. So, like, I can refresh it. Technically whenever, but I have it set to automatically refresh at the end of the session. So like these levels, they were there last night. What prop firm we giving away? Let's see. My Funded Futures and TPT, and they're both 50Ks. They're both 50Ks. What up? Larry Dunes. And Kuvon needs some sushi. Mike H said Manayunk would be cool to live in. Hey, I lived in Manayunk. I lived in Manayunk before living in Philadelphia. Manayunk's cool, but it's Manayunk is a place in, right outside of Philadelphia. Manayunk's cool, but it's a different vibe. It's a much different vibe. I like the city. I like the city. My apartment was the one I had last was in Rittenhouse, right around the park at the Dorchester. But I lived in a bunch of places in Philadelphia. Hey, Chuck Torres, I thought you went to go get snacks, or was that someone else? Mario Trade said, what age group am I in? What are the choices? What are the choices? Like, is it like 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, those groups? Or is it like the gens? Because the gens, I don't really know where the cutoffs are. But I'm in my 30s. Okay, James T689. James T689 has a serious question. James T689, congratulations on landing here. This might be your final stop on your search for Edge. Congratulations. Not financial advice, but if you don't have Edge, or you have minimal trading Edge, or you don't know how to trade, you just landed on the gold mine, which is the Rocket Scooter platform. So let's just answer James's call real quick, because this is important. Okay, so James says, I need a mentor to teach me trading. Okay. So what you see on the left side of the screen is the Rocket Scooter platform. That platform draws high volume tradable pivots, lines, on the chart at the beginning of the session, and traders like to frame trades around those levels. There's also auxiliary indicators that help you understand whether there'll be support or resistance, okay? So that's what the platform is. And then to directly answer your question about the mentor thing, the inventor of that platform offers a boot camp. It's $20, it's 20 days. You can even watch the videos yourself on your own time, or you can watch them alongside him. He'll kind of explain current market conditions before playing the video, and then kind of commentary along that. But anyways, that boot camp teaches the strategy of how to specifically trade that platform, and also general market information. So James, I mean, honestly, I would say that this could be, this could be not financial advice, but I'm not blowing smoke or being dramatic. This could be, you might have just landed on the place that like could change the trajectory of your entire life. It's possible. Not financial advice, but I mean, quite possibly today could be the start of the next phase of your life. So congratulations on landing here. Link in the description for the platform, the boot camp, and then also the inventor of the platform. He streams on this channel. This is his channel. He streams on this platform every day, 8:30 Eastern till lunchtime ish. And he's currently doing 100K to $1 million challenge, and he's doing it trading only that platform and only that strategy. And he's already he started at Christmas. He's about 700K up right now. So congratulations. I wish a channel like this and a platform like that, Rocket Scooter, existed when I started trading. Oh, is him me? No. Okay. Is him me? Sorry. Sorry about that. No, that might have been confusing. So this channel is owned by the creator of the platform. His name is Matt. And then there's 2 additional people who host their own shows on this channel. So my name is Neon. This is the Neon Cucumber Show. So I host my show on this channel, and then Sir Darb, aka Brad, he hosts his show on this channel in the evenings called The Night Shift. So there's three shows on this channel. So right now, one hosted by the inventor of the platform, one hosted by me, one hosted by Sir Darb. Yeah. But James, I know we kind of goof around here and stuff. We kind of goof around here, but I'm very serious when I say, like, it's really nice that you landed on this channel. It's really nice that you landed on this channel because the platform is really good and the bootcamp is really good. It's very cohesive. And one of the things I would say, one of the things that's difficult as a new trader. So there's 2 kinds of things that were difficult. When I started trading, it was difficult because there was a lack of information. There was like barely any information available online. Okay. So that was difficult because there was no information. Now I feel it's also very difficult because there's so much information, but also, you know, trading educate, like, it's not regulated. So a lot of the information, and again, I always preface this with, I'm not saying I'm an expert, but a lot of the trading information, like, because I did this, like, as practice for this, like, I was just researching, like, what is out there. Like, and I saw all this junk out there. I especially see it on Twitter now that I'm on Twitter. But you know, there's landmines all over the place for people who are trying to learn trading. So I always take it serious when someone in chat is kind of like, oh, I'm looking for a trading mentor, or like, hey, like, I'm not profitable. How does this work? Like, I take that really seriously because I know that, like, if someone doesn't have trading edge and they learn the Rocket Scooter platform, and if they take the bootcamp and they take it seriously, I mean, it could change their life, the whole trajectory of their life. I take very seriously because that's, you know, learning the trade is painful otherwise if you have the wrong information, and it's painful regardless, even if you have the right information. So congratulations. All right, let's do, it's 9 minutes to power hour. Should we do one of the prop accounts? Should we do one of the prop accounts? Guys, smash the like button. Smash the like button. Let's do a prop account giveaway. Jax Carson said, sorry if the EMA question came off rude. You're a beginner. Hey, Jax, didn't come off rude. No, there's no, that's not a bad question, because Jax Carson is a perfect example of, Jax Carson's a perfect example. Like, you were asking about the EMAs. I would bet that you probably have been Googling about trading strategies and stuff, and you've been watching YouTube videos, and people talk about MACD or buy the pullback to this EMA and all that. That's probably why you had that question. So Jax Carson, since you said you're a beginner, I will say this about stuff when you're researching online. So what happens is, a lot of the stuff that people might sell about trading systems and all this, what happens is, a lot of times they're things with neutral edge, like meaning they have no edge. But anything with no edge will still have streaks where it deceptively seems like it might. Okay, I use as an example. And you know, I have a coin here. I'm gonna do a little test. I'm gonna flip it. Okay, I flipped it. It's heads. Okay, I flipped it. It's heads again. Okay, it just landed heads twice in a row. Does this coin have edge? Like, is the tail side heavy and it's landing head side up? No. It's just, sometimes you're going to flip a coin 5 times and it's going to land heads 4 times. It doesn't mean it's got edge. So that's kind of how a lot of that stuff ends up being. So for people who are trying to learn, it can just spin them in circles. One less reach at counterweight. But anyways, yeah, so that's kind of, you know, a lot of that stuff, it's like flipping a coin and you just get 4 heads out of 5 and people are like, you know, oh, I'm gonna sell a course now. Adventure Rig said flip it 10 times. All right, let's do it. I'm gonna flip it 10 times. Oh, hold on, I dropped it. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna flip it 10 times. Chat, keep track. I'm not gonna keep track. Keep track of the heads versus tails. Heads. Heads. Tell me when I'm at 10. Tails. 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 Heads. Tails. 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 Heads. Tails. Is that 10? Okay. It's been 10? 3 heads, 7 tails. Okay. So there you go. Right? So let's just say, like, this was a moving average strategy that someone was selling. That's what happens sometimes, you know? But like, let me flip this coin 1,000 times. It's going to be pretty much an even distribution. So that coin flip example right there is why a lot of new traders who are researching trading end up spinning themselves around. Because you might spend a year trying to work on a strategy that has no edge, you know, because you tested it or you watched some video and you saw it have 7 tails in a row, but the coin has no edge. Okay. That's the best way I can explain. Chat's going, should we full port short then? I know it's kind of a crude explanation, but I do think it kind of, I don't know. Does it make sense? Does that make sense? I think it makes sense. It makes sense to me. If someone explained that to me before I knew, it would make sense to me. Hopefully it makes sense to someone. It makes sense. Okay, let's give out a prop account. Let's give out a prop account. We're flipping coins. We're debunking stuff. You know, one thing I thought that would be cool to do, maybe we'll do it, is so I find like the district. Let me just start the bootcamp engine, the giveaway engine before I go on to start talking. All right, suggestions for the code word. Any suggestions for the code word, guys? We're giving away a bootcamp. We're giving away a prop account. Sorry, we're giving away a prop account. Coin flip. Okay, it's got to be coin flip. Who said coin flip? Serial Mooter said coin flip. It's coin flip. Coin flip. Someone else said one that I liked. Was it heads up or it flashed up? No, I can't see it. But anyways, it's the Cobra is coin flip. Okay. Something that I find kind of interesting, which would be cool to maybe just do as a side thing on the stream for everyone. It'll probably take a while. It'll probably take a year for us to have enough information. But I find like even distributions, like things realizing themselves in an even distribution or a correct distribution, I find that interesting. So for example, let's say you just randomly at a random time hit the buy button and you set a 40-point stop and a 40-point target, and you just do that randomly over and over and over again 1,000 times, you basically end up break even, you know, taking out of account commissions. If you do the same thing, but you set, let's say, a 10-point stop and a 40-point stop and let's say a 10-point target, and you do that 1,000 times, you would also pretty much like on a correct distribution, you would end up around even. But the accuracy, like the number of winning trades would be higher, the number of losing trades would be lower, the accuracy would be higher, but the overall distribution at the end of the whole sequence, you know, it will kind of meet in the middle. Because shallower target with a bigger stop, the target's going to get hit more frequently, even in a neutral environment. So I don't know. I always thought that would be cool to do. Just to see the even distribution across a large set of data on something that has no edge, just randomly pressing the button. Although if you did that only to the long side, blind monkey strategy, it would probably end up, if you did it only to the long side, taking into account blind monkey strategy, you'd probably end up green. Badger said, new traders don't pay enough attention. You flip the coin 13 times, 9 tails, 4 heads. Exactly. And hey, Badger, that's also one of the reasons, like it's one of the reasons that learning trading can take a while, because there's only 255 sessions in the year. So after 4 years, you've only logged 1,000 sessions, you know. So like it takes a while for you to gather data about how you trade, what your leaks are, all that different stuff. So Power Hour has started. Guys, smash the like button. 366 people in the house. We've got 149 entrants. We're giving away a prop account. It's giveaway time. I'm going to say it really clear so the algo hears it. It's giveaway time. My funded futures, 50K rapid. Guys, how does the mic sound? I made one tiny little adjustment. Let me know how the mic sounds. It's basically the same as usual. But I'm always looking for that, you know, I just like that kiss of sauce. Perf. All right, cool. I made an adjustment to the compressor 2 or 3 weeks ago. I haven't changed since then. I like that adjustment that I made, but I think I made the final adjustment. Okay. So $3,000 target, $2,000 drawdown, no daily loss limit, no minimum benchmark days, and 40% consistency in the funded stage. Nice. Nice. This zone held strong. You know what? I need to just... These zone holds strong. I didn't hit it. I don't know. I just... Let's see. Yeah, it was kind of rotational. It was still... It held, but still 60%. All right, let's see what we got here. We got 186 entries. Let's see if there's any zones overhead. I didn't look higher. See what we got. Hey, there's zones up there. There's zones up there. What do we got? Let's scroll up a little bit. What you got up there, Seeds? What you got up there? All right, there's the other zones. They might change tonight. I don't know. Since we're not transacting up there, they'll stay the same. Actually, they'll stay the same. Let's see. How wide is this zone up here? Oh, I already marked this one. I already marked the geometry for that one. Because I marked the the algo draws the zone, but these the geometry of the trade I would take around the zone, I draw that manually. I could have it draw it, but I don't. Because to me, like, I like to look at the chart clean, and then I'll draw out the geometry of how I would trade it. 507 Deer, type coin flip in chat. We're giving away a prop account. Anyways, let's scroll up. Let's see. Yeah, so if we keep rallying, these zones will get interaction tomorrow. I'm not super excited to trade the market lower in this region just because it looks a little messy to me. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. It's just I don't know. Okay. Neon, the room shows up. What's up? What's up? What's up? 368 people in the house, 231 likes. Can we juice up the likes a little bit, guys? Can we juice up the likes? The room shows up. Thank you so much for being here. Family in the house. All right. 370 people in the house. Let's give it 2 minutes and 8 seconds. 2 minutes and 8 seconds. My thirst is not getting quenched. You know what? It's dry. It's dry in Vegas right now. Maybe like Neon, maybe time for the like button song. Let's do it. I have a playlist called Occasions because it's like, you know, it's a special, it's like an occasion, it's an event. Wait, what's the Trump? Hold on, the Trump thing is Nico said, "Can I tell you what the brown levels mean?" The brown levels. Let me see. Oh, the levels, the pivots. Okay, yeah, sure. Okay, so basically, when I draw out okay, so when there's a zone, if the zone is deeper, the depth I'm looking for doesn't It's not always the same, but like right now and lately it's been 67 points. If the zone is shallower than 67 points, I draw the geometry for the trade as if the zone is 67 points deep, okay? So that would mean that this first pivot is 25% into the depth of the zone. The second pivot is 50% into the depth of the zone, right? And then this level down here would be like the stop area. It's 67 points from the top of the zone. Sometimes the zone is bigger than 67 points. In that case, this whole geometry would be spanning the width of the depth of the zone, and then still the first pivot would be 25% into the zone, the second will be 50% into the zone. They're areas, right? It's just areas. So there's two ways. There used to only be one way, and I would kind of monitor the true range, the average true range of recent action to come up with what's an appropriate minimum zone depth. But now I use that in addition to taking about a little bit more than a quarter of a risk interval from Rocket Scooter. I use that as kind of a second, it's like a second check. Like I use my old way that I would come up with the minimum zone depth, and then I look at Rocket Scooter, I see what the risk interval is, I multiply it by 27%, and usually they're about the same. But like if for some reason there's a difference, I'm like, ooh, like why, like what's going on there? Like if maybe I underestimated the volatility in the market or something like that. So yeah, that's what they are. And then someone said, can I show MHP on NQ? Yeah, it's out of bounds, but yeah. 24,210. It's out of bounds. Out of bounds. And on ES, it's out of bounds. Somer said, how do I draw the zones? The zones, it's algorithmically drawn. I don't draw them. The algo draws them. Good questions, guys. Good questions. Okay, I think it's time for the giveaway. Okay, here we go. iSpec says, can we have the I Spy SPX said, can we have the algo? So the link for the Rocket Scooter platform is in the description. It's rocket.place. And then seeds is just, it's my own algo that, you know, you could see the stuff on the levels when we're on stream. Okay, here we go. Okay. We've got 234 entries. Keith Matthews getting impatient. He said, bro, just run it. I know. I was answering some questions. I apologize, Keith Matthews. Keith Matthews, I'm sorry, my brother. I'm just going to run it. Keith is out there keeping me in line. All right, here we go. 7, 6, 5, 4. Oh, Keith has to pee? Is that why you're saying just run it? Bro, what's the word when you're like, you know, you're like giving your friends a hard time? I don't know. I'm pausing now. I'm pausing. You better hold it in. I'm just kidding. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Chat's saying to drag it out further. Keith, you shouldn't have told us. Keith, you shouldn't have told us. You know family's always going to josh you if you give us intel like that. All right, here we go. 1. Pick a winner. Colin Burke, you're the winner. Ethan said before I run it. Ethan said before I run it, can I explain the beginnings of the universe? Oh, speaking of the beginnings of the universe, has anyone seen the dinosaurs thing on Netflix? I didn't watch it yet, but I'm gonna watch it. My girl's leaving. She's going on a trip. She's going to she's going to Korea. She's going to Korea. So I'm gonna watch this weekend. I'm probably gonna watch. I gotta work on my executor a little bit. I'm still trying to figure out what's going on with the trade copier errors with my execution algorithm. So I'll work on that code a little bit this weekend. And then also I'm gonna watch, I think, Formula One Drive to Survive and that dinosaurs documentary. Did Colin respond? Should have answered. Reroll, reroll, reroll. All right, pick a new winner. In God Shadows Securities. It's Burn Trades in the house. What's up, G? In God Shadow Securities. In God Shadow Securities is here and is responded. Son of Wall Street said reroll. In God Shadow Securities. Do you know what the code word is after you win to claim the prize? You gotta say rigged. No, you don't have to say rigged. Congratulations, you just won yourself a 50K prop account. Nice. Rigged. All right. Let's see. Let me turn the music back on. I'm gonna go with the Bangers 01. Congratulations. You won yourself a 50K prop account. Click the link in the description for the Discord. Go to the contest channel. Message the admin named Slacks with a picture of your YouTube ID, and he'll hook you up. He'll hook you up. Barson said you want your first funded. Well, Barson, these aren't funded accounts. These are evals. These are evals. They're evals. The second giveaway is a TPT. Nice. These cuts said brother. Oily Flashy said, is it bad to trade right now? Can't give financial advice. However, if I were me, which I am me. See, to me, the only trade in this area, I've already taken it twice. I took it once when we passed through the zone and at the first test of the zone. I didn't take this third test of the zone. I did not take this third. I guess technically there was 4. Because technically, this entry, the target is top of zone. This entry, the target is top of zone. The first entry, the target is this white line here. These are ideal targets. I didn't take that second or the third attempt, but to me that would have been the only spot. You know, I skipped the zone entry yesterday afternoon, and I skipped the zone entry today. Both times, it just seemed market seemed really heavy at the zone, and both times we launched out of it. You know, I don't know. Maybe I'm just, I don't know. Tape reading, it's different in the afternoon. Plus, it's difficult while you're like not watching every tick. Because the markets had pretty decent range, I haven't been doing the resting orders experiment. Which could go figure. Like, right after I take a pause in the experiment, the zones are getting smacked and we're launching off. Go figure. Getting it. Oh no, I thought I got a text. Eva Trade said, how is the zone generated? It's algorithmically generated, and the method, the thesis behind how they're generated, there's I monitor throughout the day the micro relationship between price velocity and volume velocity, and essentially it's identifying areas where the damping effect of price to volume transitions. It's like there's multiple kind of nuances to it and filters in there, but that's the, you know, that's kind of the 10,000 foot explanation.
Staring at the chart, my pulse is a drum. Half gaps lurking.
Eva Trade, you're welcome. Thank you for being here, Eva.
Prices teasing, dancing near the line. Fingers itch. This setup's mine.
Jose said, am I going to watch UFC 327? Is it this weekend? Let me see who's the fights. I will say this, my opinion. What's going on? My mic stand is like falling down. Something's going on. Hold on. My mic stand is falling down. It's off balance or something. What the heck? What's happening? My mic is falling down. Am I out of focus now? Let me get my focus back. BRB. Oh no. Hold on. I don't know what's happening with it. It's kind of moving around a bit. Anyway. There was a question I was about to answer. Oh, about UFC. UFC, I feel like the quality of the cards has just gone down. I will watch it. I do feel like the quality of the cards has gone down. Mara said you were had a rough day. You were short biased all day. Hey, so I about 2 weeks ago stopped trying to take short entries. The reason was I started to see when the short thesis was very fresh in December and January. I was doing fine taking the short side of the trade. What happened is, I don't know, I've started to see, like, even in the down moves, the squeezes off of the levels have been pretty responsive. So I was like, I'm just, it was just almost like the short side was getting a little too scrappy for me. But I mean, you know, we'll see how that pans out over the next couple of weeks. It's only been 2 weeks that I've been sitting out on the short side. Yeah, I'm surprised so many people were short biased today. The DD ratio was really strong. MHP, I thought pretty much the technicals were pretty strong. There's a lot of short bias people in chat today. Bambo says, can I teach how to draw the seeds levels manually? There's no way to draw them manually. There's no way to draw them manually. I mean, I can't even draw them. I wouldn't be able to draw them manually. I wouldn't know. Like I coded the algorithm, and I know all, you know, all the filtering and all that stuff, but there's no way to do it manually. It requires the algorithm to do it. The algorithm is what comes up with the levels. So I wouldn't know how to do it manually. Claude should be able to. Yeah, no, because Claude doesn't know my algorithm. No, Claude doesn't know my algorithm. There's only 2 people who have the code, me and one safeguard person. Abel May said it uses price velocity and volume velocity. Yes. I mean, not exactly how they're displayed, because it does it on a very micro scale. It watches every tick. Rogue said you've taken 5 trades the past 2 days after taking a 4-month break, 3 break-evens and 2 winners. Hey, Rogue, great. That's awesome. Hey, Rogue, just not financial advice, but, just always, just be mentally prepared for, the first loser. And, hey, Rogue, I don't know if, or this is actually for anyone out there. Well, I don't know why I'm bringing up the paper version of it. I'll just bring up the other version on the chart on the screen. Let me just bring it up. I always like to show this when either when like newer traders or maybe traders who has lost their confidence or just getting back into it. I always bring this up because what happens is sometimes people have losing trades, and if they have too many losing trades in a row, they kind of freak out. So I always like to show this to people. It just helps set a realistic expectation of the number of losers you might have in a row, even if you're operating and trading really well. So whatever your normal accuracy is, the best way the way I read this chart is it's 1,000 trade sequence. So for most people, you could just say like this is about a year. Okay. So for the typical person, maybe you have a higher frequency of trade, so, you can make an adjustment. But, I take like 1 to 3 trades a day usually. And there's 255 sessions in a year. So I figure, 500 to 1,000 trades in a year. That matches me. So that's why, I kind of use it for 1,000. But anyways, the way to read this chart to realistically set an expectation of what's going to happen even in a normal statistical environment for any given trader. So I usually clock in around 65 to 70% accuracy. It varies year to year, but that's usually where I'm at. So the way that I say to read this chart is whatever your normal accuracy is in a year, subtract 15% of it. So let's say you usually have 70% accuracy. Go 65, 60, 55. Okay? This is just to set like a worst case but realistic expectation in a year. Whatever your normal accuracy is, subtract 15% of it, and then read that line on the chart. And then you could say, okay, if you usually clock in a 70% accuracy and you're reading the chart at 55%, it means like maybe once every, and then you look at 9 in a row, right? So once every 2 years, you'll probably have 9 losers in a row. You should plan for that, right? And keep in mind, like, you're subtracting 50% from your normal accuracy. So technically you could just read the line that corresponds to your actual accuracy, but it might be that you're underperforming a little bit. It might be that you're still performing perfectly. But I just like to say subtract 15%. But anyways, then you can see this and you can kind of get used to expecting that, because trading is like, I'm a routine person, but trading is not necessarily a routine thing. Like, even if you're operating at peak performance, you're still gonna have losing trades. Okay, it's just a numbers game. So like in January, I had, I think, 6 or 7 bad reads in a row. I didn't lose my mind. I have a paper copy of this chart on my desk. And I keep it there to remind myself that I'm playing a statistical game, and stats and things will normalize. So there's going to be streaks of winners, and there's also going to be streaks of losers. So don't lose your mind when it happens. Because people do that. People do that, especially people who are not confident in their edge. They'll have like 4 or 5 losers in a row. They're looking for another system. They're like, I got to change my strategy. So I don't know. That's just something I always like to share, because some people don't think about that. Some people do, but some people don't think about the numbers, right? Numbers are numbers are numbers. Statistics are statistics are statistics. Things realize themselves. We flipped that coin and we got however many tails and however many heads. I think it was 7 tails and 3 heads. But if we flip it 1,000 times, it's going to normalize. So it's the nature of the game. It's the nature of the game. Ethan. Like December, think about December. Like December pivots were December as we transitioned from liquid to illiquid. It was December, January, I forget. It was December. Like pivots were just breaking. Like pivots that had high probability of holding we were just melting through them. Like December, like those stats were realizing, levels with 80% edge were just failing 5-6 times in a row. Let's see. See what else. We got some other questions in chat. Let's see. Random Selling said, do I use logic or pinning for volume profile and standard deviation? I don't even know what that means. See what else we got. Kristen got your first payout today. Congratulations. Congratulations. Random Selling said you're a coder. You might have accidentally figured it out. You definitely didn't accidentally figure out my algo. Let's see what else we got. Eva Trade says lol. Adam K says LMAO. Random Selling said you got similar levels using a type of code you were using for gamma and standard deviation. Nice. Took me years. Random Selling did it in 5 minutes. Congratulations. Let's see what else we got here. Random selling. I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing with you. It's all family, baby. It's all family. There's all different ways to come up with levels. I mean, that's like, a lot of times my levels line up with rocket scooter levels, but they're derived from completely different underlying methodologies, right? So, they're different, but sometimes the levels will be the same. Ethan said tiramisu. Ethan always says tiramisu. No shoes? No, I'm not wearing any shoes. No shoes. No shoes, no house slippers. Someone got me house slippers for Christmas. But I don't wear them. Actually, I'll slip them on to maybe go in the garage. So they're almost like, they're house slippers, but I made them garage shoes. Yeah, I'm not about the house slippers. My girlfriend wears house slippers. She loves house slippers. And she swaps them. She buys new house slippers like every couple months. The same ones. She just buys brand new ones of the same ones. I'm not even wearing socks. Forget it. Forget about it. Forget about it. What a day. Look at this. First, this lower zone. The lower zone was from yesterday as well. It's just been like a complete, what's the word? This has really been video game type. It's been like ping pong, into the zone, off the zone, 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 through the zone, into the zone, off the zone, into the zone, off the zone. I mean, it's been like, sometimes it's just clean like that. I'll tell you what. Yesterday would have been super fruitful. If you were here last week when the market started sharpening up a bit at levels, I said I need to see 5 to 10 sessions before I'm confident. Like, I'm still not confident. That's why I'm not taking every single, all these levels. Because the market has just been inconsistent. The market's been inconsistent. So, I always err on the side of caution. Maybe take a level once, maybe hit it the second time. Third time, I'm getting sketched out. Random Selling said, do I know how to integrate time and sales into a specific indicator on PineView? PineScript, I haven't coded in PineScript in a while. No. Usually when I'm trying to do something like that, I'll just find someone else's code block and then I'll modify it, Coding, so much of coding is like trying to find code that does something around what you need it to do and then using that as the basis for the function that you're trying to program. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, I'm Liquidity said you added a health indicator to levels, so you can say how much they've decayed over time. That's a cool concept. That's a cool concept. One of the things, okay, we talked about this last week. Okay, so there's two kinds of ways that you can execute. I mean, well, there's multiple, but I'm talking about as the market environment changes. It's not necessarily that one is right and one is wrong. Okay, the way that I do it is when I lose confidence in the market and the structure a little bit, when liquidity's lower, I scale down my activity and I scale down my size. So what does that do? It smooths out the P&L curve when my confidence is lower, right? Now, when my so rather than a normal P&L curve, the movements will just be a lot more subtle. So if you continue to make good reads while you're exercising that adjustment in less than ideal conditions, you will technically you are reducing your profitability, but you're also reducing the depth of your drawdowns, right? So basically, when I'm not confident in the market structure and the liquidity environment, like my primary concern always is management of risk, right? So controlling the possible downside, because there'll be times when I'll make that adjustment, I'm not confident in the market, and I will start to have strings of wrong reads. And then sometimes I'll scale down and I'll still be having right reads. But your P&L curve just gets, the movement in it is smoother. If you just stay completely mechanical, in the times that you do that, but you continue to, you don't do that, even though you lose confidence in market and you continue to make right reads, of course, your P&L curve is going to continue to go up at its normal level, but you're still going to have more whippage in the P&L curve, right? So it's just, it's just different philosophies that different traders employ. When I'm not confident in the market, I size down and I scale back my activity. If we all of a sudden enter like some awesome, just day after day after day bull market like we were in, of course, we'll be back to full risk on and higher activity. But it's kind of just gotta you gotta control your downside. Ethan said P&L curve more whippage, underwear more rippage. Yeah, like some people get destroyed in this kind of environment. Omni said any trades? Yeah, two trades today, both off of this zone. Both off of this zone. Wow, only 18 minutes to the close. Oh my goodness gracious. Time is flying by. All right, let's see where we're at on likes. 330 people in the house, 267 likes. Let's juice that up to 300. Time's flying. The market is also technically flying. Market's moving today. Let's go to a 15,000 tick chart. Look at this movement. Wait, this is number. There we go. Is it ever going to come back down? It easily could. It easily could just drop right to 25,000. It could. I mean, yes, it could easily just drop. I mean, I don't like. We're in this stable block overhead. We could very easily drop it back into the middle of the stable block below. That's why I was cautious on taking this third attempt in this zone, because there's a high likelihood we come back down into the stable block below. Ethan said we're always just one headline away from a drop. Yeah, seriously. Like, it's great that we've rallied and all that. You know, it's great that the levels have been sharp, but I ain't trusting it yet. This ain't like, oh yeah, smooth sailing, market's all healthy, let's get it sort of thing. I'm still like, okay, like, I'm still proceed with caution. And I've been proceeding with caution, you know? I've been proceeding with caution. I've been in and out. I've been tight with my stops. I've been tight with my entries. I've been very skeptical. If I don't see, I've been very skeptical of all levels. Yeah. What's monthly? I think let's see what monthly maps looking like. What's the situation with monthly maps? Let's see. Daily chart. Oh, monthly maps looking healthy right now, huh? We're back in bulls territory on monthly. Oh, we open right on the huh. Damn, I probably should have looked at this. This would have given me more confidence in taking that long this morning at the lower level. I should have looked at this. I didn't look at monthly maps this morning. I'm a slacker. I don't always look at monthly maps. That would have given me more confidence in hitting that when we pulled back into that seeds level this morning, right here. I didn't take that. I didn't take that entry. I didn't know that there was a bottom of a monthly map. I kind of wish. Yeah, should have marked that out. What was it? 6806. 6806. 6806. Yeah, I wish there was a toggle. I wish there was a toggle to mark the monthly map zones. I should, next time I talk to Matt, I'm gonna ask him about that. Maybe it's in the pipeline. Unless maybe I'm missing. Maybe it is available. I don't know. I would like to have that. I could just look at monthly maps and draw the line and move the line every day. But I wouldn't mind if that was a toggle. That would be cool. Because technically, like, I don't know, if I saw that on the chart this morning when we were down at this zone, I'd be like, ooh, this is right at the edge of the bear zone on monthly maps. It probably would have come into my thesis. Yeah, I missed that. I didn't see that. Let me look what see if we see the same one. Let me see if it's a similar situation on let me see if we get the same on oh yeah, look at that. It was a bull zone on monthly too. Came right into it. Let's see. Yeah, look, I'm a bad. I should start marking the monthly zones. I mean, I don't know. I need to. I'll look at it over more sessions. Obviously, this is just one session in isolation, but that would have been something for me to have confluence with the seeds level for me to say, okay, we take this trade. You know. Like anything rocket scooter related, any zone, I want to know about it. So I overlooked that, the monthly map zone. Yeah, I want to know if there's a way to have that pivot overlay. If not, maybe I'll start doing it manually. All right, let's do another giveaway. We're doing a TPT 50K account. Let's get some suggestions on the code word, guys. It's a 50K account. 50K account. For some reason, I don't know why it's sticking out, but it's going to be Matrix. Matrix. Matrix is sticking out. I don't know why. I can't explain it, but Matrix is sticking out to me. Wild Viper said blah blah. Is that me or is that the market? Matrix is the code word though. That's mock. That's mock.
I'm the king of suspense. Every spike, every dip got me feeling intense. Neon glow in the room, we don't need a fence. These trades hit deep, yeah, they got no defense. Neon sleeves to the window, to the floor. Watch me ride this candle, I'm coming back for more. Up all night, yeah, I'm feeding that score. Money moves rising.
Josh Verkler said Morpheus. Welcome to the room. The room shows up.
Shows up, walls vibing, neon bright, seas spreading fast, it's a digital night. I whisper, don't drop to a chart in my sight. It winks back at me, yeah, we taking flight. Neon seeds to the window, to the floor.
Neon Seeds, this song, Neon Seeds. What's the name of this song? The song's called Neon Seeds. That's cool. Zip by, let me see. Down and Dirty. I haven't seen Jake from State Farm in a while. Guys, great questions today. It was great. We had a good time. Lots of good questions today. We changed some lives also. I mean, possibly. There were some people who had not, there were some people who were new to Rocket Scooter who hadn't, some people who were, sound like they were newer traders who were like kind of looking for a strategy, looking for a system that stumbled upon into the room. So it was nice to tell them about, you know, kind of about the strategy and stuff. That was nice.
Wake up early, London open, trust moving fast, my plan still golden. Hands off the mouse, emotion frozen, discipline strong, account stay loaded. They form a win, I stay calm, check my lot size.
Yeah, Rogue, we haven't seen Jay from State Farm in a while. And I don't watch regular TV, so I don't see the commercial either. I might eat a grapefruit after the stream. I'm contemplating it.
One mistake, that's finito. I cut lost quick like a shuriken, then I reload clean, I ain't losing. Toronto grind, Montreal vibe, all my traders worldwide. Risk 1%, never 5. Discipline keeps dreams alive, no greed, no fear, just math in my head. I sleep good cause I manage my bread. Fake gurus talk, but they all misled. Real ones know it's risk that fade. Don't stop, listen, take profit. Say your plan before you drop it. Don't trust luck, trust logic. Smart money moves, that's toxic. Like stop, loss,
Matrix.
let it run, don't panic. Risk tight,
Smash the like button.
just take it.
Let's get it.
Take profit. Stop loss, take profit. Discipline on the beat. Don't got it. Discipline
35 points, yeah.
Protect your capital.
35.
The market don't owe you respect it. Stop loss and take profit. Stop loss.
33, yeah. We got some volume coming at the close, but not a lot. We do have a zone overhead. So I got some work to do this after the stream. I want to open up the code for my executor and try to work on this trade copier issue I'm having. So gonna be in code HELL. Sharp, Ali, yeah, we're talking about the regular close. The regular close is in 5 minutes. Regular session hours. Regular trading hours. NQ Volume Edge says, want to know how it goes? Yeah, I'll keep you guys posted. It's been I've been using it for 3 or 4 weeks now and still hasn't, it's getting better, but I still have issues. I just want to trade like normal and not think about the props, and just that's what I want to get to. And just have the trade copier take care of that part for me. All right, 4 minutes to the close. Our last drawing here. TPT 50K account. 185 entries. Relax vibe. Replicanto code is all private. It's all private. All right, here we go. We got 60 seconds. No, we're gonna do it. Yeah, we'll do it in 60 seconds. 60 seconds. 198 entries. Giveaway time. 284 likes. Can we juice up the likes just a little bit? Juice the like. Juice the like button. Juice the like button. Juice the like button. La Familia, 293 likes. 11, 10, 9, 8. All right, here we go. Rocket Scooter. Okay, here we go. It's giveaway time. 212 entries. 7, 6, 5, 4. TPT 50K account. 3, 2, 1. Pick a winner. Uh-oh. It's not centered. Bruno. Oh, look, Bruno. It looks like a picture. He's probably has a picture of himself, maybe. Bruno? 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 Bruno said, I hear. What do you hear? Bruno, congratulations. Wait, uh-oh. Is there 2 Brunos in here? Bruno? 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 Let me make sure I get the right Bruno. Okay. Okay. Rio de Janeiro. Okay, congratulations, Bruno. You's a winner. You won yourself one of the best prop accounts in existence. In my opinion. TPT 50K. You just won yourself a TPT 50K account. That's a banger of an account. Congratulations. Click the link in the description. Click the link in the description for the Discord. Within that Discord, go to the contest channel. Message the admin name Slacks, S-L-A-C-K-S, Slacks, with a screenshot of your YouTube ID, and there's something he will do. Okay? There's something he will do. The family in chat can let you know what he's going to do. Someone let Bruno know what Slacks is going to do when he receives that screenshot of that YouTube ID. I'm liquidity. He's gonna hook you up. He is gonna hook you up. He's gonna hook you like a fish. He's gonna hook you up, bro. He's gonna steal your soul. Score better than a bag of neon seeds. Hook you up. Hook you up. Hook you up. He's gonna hook you up. Minimal said provide full social security code and picture. Well, if you're from Rio de Janeiro, you wouldn't have a US based social security number. I have an NHS. I have an NHS number, I guess. British National Health Service. Chuck Torres. Take it easy, fam. Oh, one less reaches out. Happy hour drinks. Hook you up. Hook you up. Oh, wow. We're past the close. That's the close, guys. That's the close. That's the close. So we didn't get up there, but there are seed zones overhead. So that's cool. We might get up there tomorrow, but we could easily drop back into this stable zone below. Again, we've got more interaction up here now. So hopefully tomorrow we'll have more rocket scooter levels in this area. It's all pretty fresh up here. Although since it's fresh, maybe that's why the pivots have been so clean, because there's not a lot of positions built in between the pivots. Who knows? All right, guys, that's it for the show. Until tomorrow, take it easy. Be sure to tune in to Darb's stream tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern and Matt's, aka Matoski, stream tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. ish Eastern. Until then, until tomorrow, I'm out. Time for some snackage. Peace.